Hello everybody, it's Nemesis again. I wanted to discuss with you, and I hope you enjoyed my first video. I went through the whole process of learning how to upload, etc. I wanted to discuss with you today one of the most amusing aspects of being a prepper, and that is the way that we are presented on television as bizarre and uncanny and out there. The majority of the preppers that I know, I truly, and I understand good television and the need for ratings. I truly do. It's a business, as the media is clearly showing us. Anyway, I want to discuss a few logical points, and these are just questions that I ask myself. One of the mainstream comments that I hear is that preppers are crazy. They are anticipating a doomsday event, a million different reasons, a wide variety of reasons. Those are irrelevant. The fact is they are purchasing bunkers and storing food and weapons and ammunition in large quantities in preparation for lack of a better term, the ultimate zombie apocalypse. And I want to ask you this, and if you can give me, or yourself, actually, I don't want your answer, if you can give yourself an answer to this that's acceptable, then I'm happy for you, because I can't find one, and I consider myself a person of at least moderate intellect, and I just cannot come up with an answer to counter this array of questions that I'm about to bombard you with. First, is it really insane for preppers to purchase bunkers when our government spends your tax dollars and my tax dollars to do precisely that which they are trying to convince us is crazy? Is it really insane that preppers store food in large quantities in preparation for long durations of time where food through the typical transport chain or supply chain is not available? Is it really, when our government stores food in large quantities in the bunkers that they build using our tax dollars? Is it really crazy that preppers store weapons and ammunition in large quantities to protect themselves in the event of societal collapse or chaos for whatever reason, natural disasters, coronal mass ejection, economic collapse, biohazardous contamination? It's irrelevant. The reason, the end result is the same, that no matter what happens, you're prepared for it. Is it really insane, crazy, abnormal, bizarre, when our government is doing precisely the same thing, purchasing billions of rounds of ammunition, purchasing trillions of dollars of weapons to feed our military, which in reality, and they also store weapons, but in reality the military is just a security arm of a small prepper unit. They're using your tax dollars to do those very things which they try to convince you others are crazy for doing. Why would they make you believe that preparing for any event which would create a chaotic environment, be it short term or long term, preparing for that and preparing to defend yourself and your family and provide for yourself and your family in that event or in that circumstance, why would they not want that? if I've learned anything over the last decade, it's that our government is woefully ill-prepared to actually provide for us in the event of a catastrophic occurrence. And I know people are tired of hearing about New Orleans and Katrina. Miserable failure. Absolutely undebatable miserable failure. The Japanese government failed to protect the citizens, and we're still experiencing nuclear radiation and contamination as a result of the earthquake off their shoreline a few years ago. Look at the tsunami effects over the last decade. 2004, I believe it was, 230,000 people died as a result of a tsunami, and governments did not fix these problems. And FEMA, certainly in the United States, has not fixed these problems. The hurricane that hit the Northeast a few years ago, FEMA was not the fix. It was private, nonprofit organizations that came in there and really saved the day. The government is not going to protect you. These small microcosmic examples should make you tremble with fear if you're not prepared. I'm not saying become obsessed and every second of every day you should be preparing for the end of the world or some type of catastrophic event. But I am saying that if you are not even moderately prepared for any type of event, through medical supplies, food, weapons, if you don't believe that weapons are a necessity, ask the citizens of New Orleans who were defenseless as the crooks robbed them and murdered them and raped them in the middle of the night. Things that your news does not report, does not want you to be aware of. Not made up, fact. All fact. But when you can answer those questions, why our government turns its nose down and frowns upon the very activities that that it executes with your money, my money. They have safe havens for themselves. Fact. They have food stored for years. Fact. They have weapons to protect themselves in these bunkers where the food is stored. Fact. Indisputable. You cannot challenge it. How was it paid for? Your money. Now, if it's so crazy, it's only crazy if the government's not doing it. Is that what I'm to understand? Think about it, folks. Think about it hard and long. Your government is making you feel a fool. Will they spend your tax dollars to do the very thing that they're making you feel a fool for? There's a reason they don't want you preparing.